Hi there, welcome back. Once again, I'm Ryan, and today I'm going to do something new. I'm doing a 4-part series, and this isn't the happiness series, this isn't the book review series, this is something completely different. And the reason I'm doing this is because one of the questions I constantly have been faced with, both online, offline, in my real life, is how did my hand get this way? Why do I only have 2 fingers and a thumb on my left hand? Why does it look the way it does? Well, there's a really good story to how this all came about, and some people who I trust and tell it to, well, I've got to a point where I feel that it's a story that needs to be told. It needs to be told because this series, I'm entitling it From Tragedy to Triumph, and it's going to document briefly 4 episodes how I went from a very tragic, basically an incident that nearly ended my life, to where I am today. A very happy guy, a very productive guy, a guy on his way to successful and better things. And so how did I get from nearly ending my life and being the worst, blackest places, to being such bright, sunny, happy places that it doesn't matter if I'm in a rainstorm, it doesn't matter if I'm working, not working, whatever I'm doing, I'm happy. How did I get that way? Well, this 4-part series is going to cover that. And this first part that you're going to see today is called The Day I Almost Died. Now, I have to warn you, a few people who've watched it have needed tissues. It can be very emotional, but it's absolutely 100% God's honest truth. I haven't lied at all in it. It is basically my story, and I've shortened it. There's a lot more detail that can be had, but it's going to be done in 4 parts, and you're going to basically see how I went from the depths of despair, suicidal, wanting to kill myself, and the events that happened around that day, to the point of here today where I'm basically a really happy guy, very motivational, and I want to share my story with you. I hope it'll be inspiration. I hope it'll show you that it doesn't matter what your past is. You can always turn your past tragedies into today's triumphs. So this series will be called From Tragedy to Triumph, and I invite you to watch.
The Day I Almost Died. This is a true story about the day I almost died. It was a bright, beautiful day in September. The weather was warm, and the last days of summer were upon us. I was living in a small city called Barrie. This day could have been like any other. It had started out no different. This day, however, would turn out to be anything but ordinary. It would turn out to be the worst day of my life. Before I get ahead of myself, let me give you a bit of background about me. It was September 8th, 2002, and I was 23 years old at the time. In the days and weeks leading up to this fateful day, some events started me down a dark, depressing path, one that I had traveled many times before. August was a tough month for me. It was a month that marked the 2-year anniversary of breaking up with the only girl I'd ever truly loved. We didn't break up because we wanted to either. We were forced apart when her dad took the family to Hungary, halfway across the world. My heart had been ripped open, the wounds were still fresh, still hurt so much. To add to that misery, I lost my job later that month as a cook at a local restaurant. Once again, not of my doing, but the company was losing money, closed up shop, leaving myself and my co-workers unemployed. Of course, these were not my only problems. I had too many to count, but these last 2 put me over the edge. Any happiness I had was gone. That hole that was left was filled with depression, rage, and hatred. I hated the world, but I hated myself even more. I was in such emotional pain that I would do anything to end it. They say misery loves company, and I wanted to share my pain with the world. The world had made me this way, and I was about to pay them back. I left my house that day with a bomb, an improvised explosive that I had created. This wasn't the first time in my life I had made a bomb, in fact, but it would be the last. The bomb that I was carrying that day in a plastic shopping bag was quite powerful, certainly enough to destroy a car. I walked along the main street in Barrie, turning off into a small wooded area with a dirt path. This path ended at a local police station. I walked this path not knowing exactly what I was going to do with the bomb I had, where I was going to put it, or when I was going to set it off. I was so depressed as I walked, suicidal in fact. I just wanted my life to end. I often joke with friends that one day I would go out with a bang. Today was real though, it was no joke, and little did I know at the time I was walking the path straight to hell. I always thought that the road to hell would be full of fire and brimstone, and be scary. No, my road to hell was a dirt path through a beautiful, grassy plain.